Well, welcome back, everyone. Of course, always love when the Harrington Discovery Center can come visit with us. We've got Camden, we've got Jennifer here with us. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you for having us out.
Of course, always excited to talk about all fun science-related events. We've got a beaker here, we've got some liquid nitrogen, but we're going to make you wait to see what it's all about until here in just a second, because let's talk about summer camps. I mean, we of course, yesterday was the halfway point of the year. I feel like it's kind of halfway point of the summer, but there's still opportunities for camps at the Discovery Center and Wildcat Bluff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 3 weeks of camps left after this one. And we are going till July 28th is our last Friday of camp. Okay. And then out at Wildcat Bluff every single Wednesday, if you're not into like the full week camps out at the Discovery Center, every Wednesday we're doing camps out at Wildcat.
Very cool.
And those will be super fun. Like, we are doing tons of nature. They're going out, they're exploring, they're touching some dirt and some grass and getting to see critters and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. And then also let's talk about this coming weekend. Of course, we got 4th of July tomorrow.
Yes.
And then y'all are going to be kind of joining the fun of July 5th.
Yes.
And one of my favorite things, like I said, I just love the Harrington Discovery Center. Y'all are really good at blowing things up. And that's what you're going to be doing.
Yes, we are pretty much pros at blowing things up at this point. Blowing things up with science especially. So we are closed July 4th, but to make up for it, on July 5th, we're doing What a Blast. Tons of daily programming all day long. We'll have different activities for kids to enjoy, different demos, different explosions, just fun stuff to learn about the science of combustion.
Yeah. And so that's one where it's going to start when y'all open in the morning, and then it's just going to go all the way through the afternoon, so just kind of come whenever it's convenient.
Absolutely. You can check our Instagram if you are looking for the schedule for when our events will be that day.
Okay, awesome. And then let's kind of go further out ahead here and talk about Wizarding School. A lot of Harry Potter fans around here get to, like I said, sometimes science feels like magic, and y'all are really getting into it with this, right?
Absolutely. So science is definitely magic. It is. That's what we're bringing today, is a little bit of science magic. But we want to celebrate that right before the start of school, make sure that everybody is like having a good end of their summer, heading into the school year to learn. So we'll have tons of different classes that your kids can go to, and those will be like very magic themed classes, so care of magical creatures, different potions making classes, stuff like that to get them excited, get them having some fun. You can wear costumes if you want. You don't have to. Okay. But we'd love to have y'all out enjoying that with us on August 2nd.
August 2nd, perfect. And then where can folks go online just to keep up with all the things, events, and how to register for things?
Yeah, dhdc.org is your best place, your #1 place to find everything you need, as well as our Instagram and our Facebook, and we are the Discovery Center there as well.
Perfect. All right, so Jennifer, I got to come to you for this because you're wearing the lab coat here, so I feel like you're the master of what all we got going. So, like I said, we've got the beaker. We got to see a little bit of liquid nitrogen earlier. What have we got going on here?
So today we are going to be doing a liquid nitrogen geyser.
Okay.
Yes, so I actually have part of it up my sleeve.
Okay. Got a few tricks up your sleeve.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So here I have a copper pipe. Now, copper is really great at conducting heat. That's why it's in my sleeve. I'm warming it up right now. And I also have here with me, oh, it's a little tricky to get out. Ooh. Here we are. Liquid nitrogen.
Perfect.
So liquid nitrogen is very cold. It is negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is pretty cold.
It is very cold. So due to the difference in temperature between the nitrogen and the room temperature, it essentially boils on contact.
Okay.
That's why earlier you may have seen the snippet. I poured liquid nitrogen in Camden's hand, and it just rolls off safely.
There it goes.
Yep. All over the table.
All over the table, but it still somehow doesn't make a mess.
Yeah, it kind of dances across the table.
Yeah, a little bit. So very cool. So how does that kind of mix with, like you said, this copper pipe? How is this all going to work together to make a geyser?
Well, as you see, as the liquid nitrogen gets warmer, it turns back into nitrogen gas, and gas loves to expand.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to trap this gas in this little Erlenmeyer flask and stick this copper pipe inside, and it'll heat up that liquid nitrogen a little bit more, and hopefully we'll have a very nice geyser.
All right, well, we'll follow your lead on it here.
Wonderful. Ooh, just spill a little bit more.
Like I said, science is messy sometimes, and that's okay.
Oh, yes. Thankfully, there's not much to clean up here.
Yeah, exactly. It works out well because it just evaporates, and then it's just not a problem anymore. So there we go. So we're filling up. Like I said, as soon as it's hitting the bottom there, it's just immediately boiling. That's okay. Just immediately starts boiling. Yes. It's somehow extremely cold.
All right. Now we're going to stick this pipe inside and
Hey, and there we go.
And there you have.
And we've got ourselves right there. Sometimes you just bring the weather inside. Right there. A little bit of a disappearing act. And like I said, you can still see it. I mean, it's still going right there. Just bring a cloud right here inside the room.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer, for showing that to us.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's my
that is
pleasure.
very cool. And like I said, and now everything is just, I mean, absolutely frigid. And so, like I said, this is just one of the many things that you get to see when you go out to the Discovery Center. And so, again, of course, you got those camps. Go be a part of those. What a blast happening this Saturday. They're going to blow things up, maybe make some clouds inside. So thank you all, as always, for bringing the science here to us here at News Channel 10. Always having a lot of fun.
Thanks so much for having us out.
Of course, yes.